If you have been on a fishing boat in bad weather, you know you have to hold on tight to not fall into the water. Now, hold on to your seat as we welcome the next speaker.
Good morning to all of you. Great to see you all. And finally, we are back with physical presence again. It's, I think, very good for all of us. I am Trond Williksen. I'm the CEO of Benchmark. And to start with, thank you for the opportunity to be invited here and to address this venue. I will make a presentation of Benchmark, a company that is truly purpose-driven. Driving sustainability in aquaculture has always been the mission and the vision of what this company has been doing. Driving sustainability is really at the core of everything we are doing, which I think will be reflected through my presentation. We are a unique company. We are a uniquely positioned company. And from an investment point of view, I am convinced we are a company with a very good value proposition, and I will use this presentation to tell you why. Starting off with a few words on what Benchmark is all about. Well, we define ourselves to be a market-leading aquaculture biotechnology company, and that is, of course, with a reason. Aquaculture, because this is the only industry that we are focusing on, working in, with a broad approach, much broader approach than many other companies. We are not only a salmon company, we have a broad footprint throughout the whole aquaculture world. We are happy and lucky to be part of an aquaculture industry, a young industry, an industry that we all know will play a very significant role in the global food supply in the future. An industry that is growing, an industry that is driven by global megatrends, and that will provide structural growth for those companies who are well positioned in that industry. And this is what Benchmark is. Biotechnology, because we are a unique biotechnology platform, not a young biotech, but a well-invested biotech with three clearly defined business areas: genetics, advanced nutrition, and health, where we hold, as a company, market-leading positions within the activities we are doing, providing services, solutions, and products that are science-based, that are highly specialized, that are mission-critical in order to help our clients or customers, the farmers around the world, to drive farming efficiency, animal growth, animal health, and welfare. Thus, we are driving sustainability in the aquaculture industry. We provide these services through a very well-invested, very well-developed distribution network. We are reaching every day, as a company, we reach every day customers in more than 70 countries throughout the world. We have our own footprint, our organization in place in 26 countries around the globe. We are truly an international company. We are truly a company that covers the whole relevant part of the aquaculture industry. Taking you through what we do in the three business areas, starting out with genetics. Genetics is, as you know, the critical starting point in any animal production. It's where you embed the traits for growth. It's where you embed the traits for disease resistance. It's where you form the animal to be as optimal as possible for the farming conditions, as sustainable as possible for the farming conditions. Here, Benchmark, we have an established market-leading business, which is now built on a well-invested infrastructure that supports further growth from where we are right now. Looking at us in the genetics business, you will see that the backbone of that activity is related to our salmon genetics activities, where we are one of the leading players, approximately globally 30% global market share in that area. Most of that activities stems out of Norway and Iceland, where we have our own well-established, well-developed breeding nucleuses, which is a requirement for us as a breeding company, but also well-invested infrastructure. The activities in Norway are tailored to the Norwegian market, which is more than 50% of the salmon market, of course. The activities on Iceland is more internationally directed. Our unique biosecure status on Iceland makes it possible for us to reach out to the whole world. We are currently exporting our genetics out of Iceland to 26 countries around the world. And that's partly the reason why we're also so well positioned for the new growing vector within the salmon sector, the land-based vector. We are able not only to provide them the genetics that are tailored to their needs, but we are also able to export it and send it to them wherever they are established in the world. Beyond what we have on salmon genetics in Norway and Iceland, we are also established in Chile. Also here we have our well-established breeding nucleus. Also here we have done over the last 2 years investments into the facilities that we need in order to enter that important market. And we last year started that journey to take also a fair share of that important salmon market. Beyond what we're doing on salmon genetics, we also have our own breeding nucleuses in shrimp and tilapia, the two other main species in global aquaculture. Also here we have invested in the production facilities needed to expand into commercial phase there, and we started that journey last year, taking our fair share of those important genetics markets in the years to come. And the final part of our genetics business is genetic services. As a genetics house, leading genetics house in aquaculture, we are also running the breeding programs for 10 other species globally, other than salmon, shrimp, and tilapia. We run that as a service, and it's also a bridgehead for us as a company to enter into these species when they eventually become commercially viable. The next business area, which is the biggest part of Benchmark, is what many of you might know as INVE. It's advanced nutrition, and it's really what it says it is. It's a highly specialized nutrition business, and not to be mistaken as a generic feed business, because it's not. Here we are focusing with highly specialized solutions to the early life stages. And unlike the genetics business, which has a large part of its activities within salmon, this activity is not tailored to salmon at all. Here we are only present in the shrimp industry and in the marine finfish industry, having hatcheries and nurseries within those big industries as our main customers, providing specialized products, providing mission-critical products in the early life stages. And here we have a mature, market-leading, and cash-generating business with an impressive distribution network established. We have customers in more than 60 countries providing our solutions. We are a leader in live feed due to our unique position in Artemia and our unique sourcing there. We have a large range of specialist diets that has also been developed over many years in order to fit the specific needs. And we have also a health portfolio, which is not on nutrition, but it is products that helps, probiotics that helps to enhance the production environments in the ponds and in the tanks where shrimp and marine fish start their life cycle. In totality, an important part of Benchmark. In totality, a complete part of Benchmark into the niches that we are searching with high market share. And also this area is now in a situation where we have an infrastructure in place that we can expand growth on in the years to come. Finally, the last business area, health, which is an area where we have really narrowed down the scope over the last years to be a leader in medical solutions for sea lice treatment, helping the industry to solve one of the largest sustainability challenges, sea lice. And I think nobody disagrees that that is a real sustainability challenge for the salmon industry. Here we have two products. We have Salmosan, which is a medicine that has been used for many, many years and is still widely used. But the most important value proposition of this business area is our newly developed, newly launched solution, Ectosan Vet and Clean Treat, which is a combination of a very efficacious medicine, very effective medicine. It kills sea lice. But the good thing with it, it doesn't impact the salmon. So it's very good for the fish welfare of salmon, creating low mortalities and enabling the farmers to do a treatment where the fish can go back directly into feeding. That medicine is combined, and this is what makes it transformational, with a big-scale water purification system. So that when the bath treatments are done, the treatment water are taken through a large-scale clean treat system, which removes all the medicines, and we are releasing only clean water out back in the sea. I have a background in the salmon industry, and I'm convinced that this is the future way of using medicine in open cage aquaculture. We launched this solution last year. It was presented by John Marshall here also yesterday. We have great beliefs in this solution. We are working now on increasing the customer uptake of that solution. We are working on integrating the infrastructure so it could be more fitted into the farmers' infrastructure. And we are also working on increasing or improving our marketing authorization so we can use the efficiency of that solution that we firmly believe is a part of the future in this industry. As any company, we have a history. And our history stems back to year 2000 when the company was founded by some very visionary people. They wanted to found a company driving sustainability at that time in animal production. The company went through a very rapid development over many years, a lot of expansion, a lot of M&As, a lot of development in the company. But as normally happens in companies, you have phases. So at one point of time, it became evident that the company needed a reset. So at the end of 2018 into 2019, it was decided to do a reset of the company. And a new management was taken in, including myself, mandated to do a reset, mandated to do a restructuring, mandated to do installing commercial mindset into the company, but also implementing financial discipline. So what we as a new management did, we used 2020 to do a considerable restructuring of the company, selling off 14 entities, selling off loss-making entities, selling off also entities that was without the core, outside the core that you see today. So since then, we've been in because we concluded that restructuring at the end of 2020, and since then we've been in what we consider as being a consistent delivery phase, focusing on taking out the value in what we have in our hands, focusing also on completing the unique platform that Benchmark is, with the unique positions and the unique footprint we have in the global aquaculture industry. As you can see from this slide, the results of the restructuring seem to be coming true. We've been able to, since the beginning of our financial year 21, been able to systematically increase our top line. But more importantly for us as a management, we've been able to improve our earnings even more. And that is a strong focus for us. This is also evidenced by the results of the first half of this financial year. We managed to increase our top line by 33%. Everybody could do that. But we also managed to increase our EBITDA by more than 100% year on year compared to last year. We are on a journey where we also have been able to narrow our operational loss significantly, and we have entered into a phase where we have managed for the first half year of this year to have a positive cash generation from the business. The journey that we have had since the restructuring is the journey that we are working hard and systematic in order to continue in the years to come. And this is what you have seen so far, and this is what you should expect to see, as a directional travel also in the quarters and in the years to come. I started off saying that I firmly believe that Benchmark is a unique value proposition, also from an investment point of view. And I'll just use my last slide telling you why I think this is the fact, summarizing that. First of all, we are in the aquaculture industry, and we are very happy and lucky to be in an industry that is young, that is driven by megatrends, that will provide structural growth for those companies who has the right positioning. We believe that Benchmark is a company that has this right positioning. We hold market-leading positions in the 3 main species within aquaculture. We hold market-leading positions within the areas that we work on in our 3 business areas. And we are, as a sustainability company, providing mission-critical solutions to the farmers in order to develop this industry in a sustainable way. In sum, what Benchmark is all about is that we are a unique biotechnology platform, not to be mistaken as a young biotech, because we are absolutely not. We are a mature company, well invested, and we have spent the last 2-3 years in order to establish a platform that will support growth going forward. And we are a company that has been through the natural phases of development of a company. We've been through the rapid development and expansion phase. We've been through the necessary restructuring that most companies need to go through. And we are now entered into, with a very solid platform, into a consistent delivery phase of the company's development. And finally, to end where I started, we are more than an ordinary company. We are definitely, and has always been, a purpose-driven company. Driving sustainability has always been our mission. It will always be our mission. We have a strong organization that is driven by a greater good. And we have ESG credentials that are very strong. So, with those words, I end my 15 minutes of fame. Thank you.